Good morning, good morning. I'm just gonna get these up on the different groups. I cannot find myself. I've lost myself this morning. It says I'm live, but I cannot see it. Good morning, Debbie. Hope I'm posting in my oh, there I am. I see it now. Just give me 1 second. How's everybody doing this morning? Hear me typing away here. Oh, we got lots of people on this morning already. Let's see, we're 2 more to go and then I will be good. Okay, let's go. Let's do this. Wow, what are we? Good morning, Gloria. Good morning, Paul. Good morning, Pat. And I got Britt messaging me, trying to get things sorted. Hi, Paul. Good morning, Debbie. Good morning, Di. Good morning, Pat, Paul, Gloria, Kirsty, Paul again. Just reading off the list. I've probably read some of your names a few times. Where is my sister Dali? I can hear her actually talking to my dad and sister in the earth. Oh, she's there, she's here. My biggest supporter, her and Paul. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. This morning I'm a little bit disheveled. I can't thank you guys, and I'm sure Dali feels the same. For the uptake on our new releases. Like I said, the uptake has been phenomenal. In fact, it's been really good. We've actually sold out of some of our stuff already because these, the newsletter went out last night for me. The newsletter went out for Dali yesterday too. And for those of you who got in and got some goodies, good on you. Thanks for using the free delivery option too on the website. So some of the stuff I'm going to show you might not still be available, but most of it is because, like I said, the newsletter went out last night. I sound very far away. I think it might just be my voice. Hi, Brett. I just finished talking with you back and forth. Is that better, Di? Anybody else feel like I'm far away? I'm always far away in my head. So yeah, I just wanted to say, those of you, good on you, Brit. You got the last 2 Floral Fancy, just so you know. Thanks for everybody that put in their orders ahead of time. It's just been amazing. We are so pleased. I've got a couple of announcements to make. Dali will be on Create and Craft TV this Thursday. It will be 4:45 our time in Canada, I believe 12:45 in the UK. So Jill Humphrey, we are hoping will be, and Jill can probably confirm this, Jill Humphrey will be doing Dali's Facebook Live because Paul and Dali will both be at the Create and Craft Studios. So big warm welcome to Jill on Thursday. I will be right by your side answering questions. So I just concentrate on the Facebook Live, and yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to seeing your creation. You did, Brit, you got your order in time, especially for the rice papers. Honestly, it's been amazing. So I'm just going to quickly go through the releases, and I'm going to show you a couple of samples that I've made, and then I'm going to show you how I play with our new stamp collection. I hope that's good for everybody. And okay, let's go. So big smile there, Britt, eh? That's why I was talking to you this morning. I was like, Britt, if you want the art lady, you better let me know. So January was our first release by this beautiful book Dali designed. Absolutely gorgeous bird song. In fact, I only have one of these left. This is the one. I'm going to see if Dali can spare me some of hers. It has done so well. So this one we all know about. It came out in January, so I'm not going to go through this. Then we had Astral. So I went through Astral with you last time. No need to be sorry, our angel. You and I were conversing for quite a while this morning anyway. Good morning, Mari. Astral Journey did really, really well. I have 2 of these left. I'll see if I can get more from Dali. Now with Astral Journey, I think I have a couple of these left, maybe 2, maybe 3, including this one. This is a rice paper for Astral Journey. Is it a bit blurry, Paul? Is anybody else having blurry issues? I don't know. It's good on mine. Maybe it's your computer. So this is the Astral rice paper that goes with the Astral pad that Dali did. Is absolutely, absolutely gorgeous. And if you want inspiration, Dali did coasters and did a live with this. Now with this is the brand new stencil that got released. And if you look at the stencil here, I'm going to see, I like to think I'm prepared. Here I am prepared somewhat. I'll put it on a black background for you. So here is the stencil. And if good morning, Sheila. Oh, good, Sheila. I'm glad it's clear. If you look at the Astral stencil, it actually has all the star signs in it for every birth month. So it's really, really neat. It's just amazing how this has been done. It's got all the signs in it. So this goes with the Astral rice paper and the book, which released last month. Now, this is the stamp that goes with Astral. The nice thing about the stamp, one of the things Dali and I really worked hard on was to make sure that our stamps and stencils match in all the books to some extent. So this stamp also goes with the bird in Birdsong. So it's in Astral and in Birdsong. That way you can stretch it out a little bit more when you buy these products. So this is the Astral new collection. The book released in February and the stencil, stamp and rice paper just released yesterday. Okay, so that's Astral. I'm not going to go through it. Now our latest book, oh my goodness, I made a card kit. I will show you momentarily what that is. But I'm going to show you, this is the latest one, Floral Fancy. Yes, they do, our angel, they compliment just wonderfully. Thanks, Cassia, nice to see you here, hun. Fancy floral, absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous colors. Again, Dali has... I hate opening new books, knocked it out the ballpark again. I'm going to do a quick flip through because this is our brand new release. Here you go, Fancy Floral. Look at those colors, just a little bit of vintage, some brightness, some doorways. Look at the rose. Great for card making. I'll show you my cards in a minute. Good morning, Jill. I will show you my cards in a minute that I have made. Hey, Britt, let me concentrate. I'll show you my cards in a minute that I made. Britt's messaging me, and what happens is it comes right over onto my computer, and then I can't see nothing. Bad, Britt. Laugh, laugh, laugh. Thanks, Sheila. It's absolutely gorgeous. I do want to say that even though I've sold out of some of my rice paper and some of the pads, Sheila Whistler Lamb from Scrap Chicks in Oak Bank, Manitoba will be carrying our lines, and as is Simply Scrapbooking up north, which is just great, great news. Oh, it's okay, Britt, I'm giving you a hard time. Just look at this. Isn't that just absolutely gorgeous? And again, very easy for mixed media, very easy for card making. Like I said, I will show you. Loving the colors of this. If you notice, one thing that we're really trying to do is give you something different every month. So nothing will look the same. Totally different. Yeah, I'm finding a lot of people are buying 2 of each. Now, with this one, I've sold out of this rice paper, I'm going to tell you right now, and I believe Dali has also. That is one rice paper. And then the other rice paper is this one, which I think I have a few left of. It's absolutely just gorgeous for all those backgrounds that you want to do. Oh, the color range, thank you, Sheila. Everything that you can think of vintage for this, for sure. So that is that. And then the stamp is this gorgeous stamp, but you're going to see me use all the elements of this stamp that go with the other books too. Then this is just a phenomenal stamp. So this goes with this set. Dali, I hope I'm doing the line justice and I'm doing okay. I swear, I think this is the nervousest I've been. It's a good job you're going on telly and not me. And then, oh my goodness, wait for it. Our new format pad. This has never been done, ever. This is a game changer. As our angel put it this morning, she said to me, this for album making and journals is gonna be like amazing. And I said, you're right, it is a game changer when it comes to album making, because you just need like one sheet to wrap around your album, because Dali has designed it so you can wrap it around an album. Some pages are in a landscape orientation, but this book is an 18 by 13, and of course Dali had to get her favorite green in and I had to get my favorite teal colors in. So, you know, we have to keep both of us happy. And it's called CIA, like the Canadian Intelligence Agency, CIA, Create Art Inc. And this is such a big book to go through. I will show you my project that I made with it. And I know that Jill, we posted some makes that Jill made. Oh, it's so hard to open one of these. I just love them in their packages. This is really big, so I don't know how much of it can show you, so I might have to lift it up. And again, this is 200 GSM. It's acid free, 21 designs. Look at these. It's got everything for the sewer, everything for steampunk, everything for the artist. Look at this page. Just imagine making a big canvas with this at the bottom. And look at the detail. I'm telling you, Dali, somebody's going to snap you up and then I'm going to be like left alone. So my project is with this paper. I can't wait to show you. Look at this. For all you sewers out there. Sewers. You know, like sewing. Oh, I've gone to heaven. This has even got like, see all the detail? There's like a measuring tape in there. This is so mixed media, but I'm going to show you again. Thanks, Charlie. Thanks, Debbie. I'm going to show you that all our books that we make when we design them, I mean, Dali's the brains behind and does all the graphic and this, and I try to do all the layouts and stuff. So I say, you got to put something in there for the card makers. So I will show you the vintage sewing machine's gorgeous. So here, for instance, is a page where the orientation is done this way. So if you wanted to wrap this around an album like this, it's already set for you in that way. So yeah, so there's definitely something for card making. And same here, you've got some different orientation here. And here we've got the ink again. It's called Create Art Ink. And we've got some gorgeous tags, which in their own right can be a card. Inspire, explore, believe. And then we have this beautiful lady with the sewing machine, and I'm going to be using her stamp today. Yes, I'm using the circle cutter on the Floral Fancy, and that's the one thing Dali does. She always we always try to incorporate circles that you can use with your die cuts for your card making. And look at this popper red at the bottom. Love it. And the two birdies. Oh, I can't imagine how many cards you can get out of here and the album you can make. So don't forget, there's 10 sheets of this. And these have little writings in them. Travel, explore, ink, moments, art. So everything matches. And again, here you have some on the back. If you want to go for a darker version. And travel, explore. And then you have some jigsaw pieces for some really mixed media pieces, some kind of torn out designs here. How to choose, I know, right, Pat? But, you know, I know Jill was saying earlier on the other post, this works out price-wise better than what you would pay for a 12 by 12 and an 8 by 8. So it is really, really good value. But here come all your toppers. You see all your toppers there. That beautiful popper red and that teal colors I love. And then there's toppers on this page. This would make a gorgeous canvas. Of course, this doesn't do it justice. And here come your card, for all you card makers. Here are all your cards ready to go. Look at the typewriter. Hi, Jayshri. And again, if you want the darker version, you can go on this side. It's just all the detail in there is just amazing, blows me away. And if you love this, oh, I'm just waiting to get my hands on June's releases. There you go. See these toppers? If you have anybody in your family that sews, these are just gorgeous. Okay, this is a Create Art ink. Now, let me put this book away. Absolutely gorgeous, absolutely stunning. The colors don't do it justice here. Now, this is the rice paper that goes with it. So this one has more rice paper, bigger book. So this one is called Create. Thank you, Charlie. It's called Create and then Art at the bottom. So great. This is called Art, this rice paper. So that's one rice paper. This one is called Moments. Another, look at the colors in there. Another beautiful, beautiful rice paper. And then the last one, of course, she's the main theme. This is the one I was on about, Britt. She's the main theme. She's our art lady. I just love her. I just love her. Look at that peacock color. Okay. Yes, I love the diamond plate. Oh, and we have one more. There's four. Sorry. Of course, Create Art ink. We have to have it all in there. And here is your ink. Now, I'm going to show you the stamps. And then I'm going to show you some of my samples. So, you can't have a mixed media pad without a mixed media stamp. So this one is called the Create Art ink stamp. Create Ink Art, CIA. Absolutely gorgeous background stamp. This one is called Inspire Notes. It's got the music, it's got a globe, it's got moments, little key, it's got background stamps, and it's got, of course, the art lady. And then we saw her, she was in with the sewing machine. So again, all these can be used interchangeably, and I'll show you how today. And of course, you can't have the art that goes in the bottles and the little bird cage we have in there, the balloon. This vortex stamp and the crackle stamp from the rose are my favorite. You'll see me use them over and over again today. So there you go. And then last but not least, the stencil that goes with this. Of course, she's got butterfly wings. So the mixed media stencil is butterfly. Absolutely gorgeous. I might use this one today. I think I will. Oh, Maybe not. Let me see, what have I got? I think I'll use this one today. So there you have it. I really hope you enjoyed looking at the new collection. Most of my life today is just going over the collection. So let me show you some things that I've done. You guys all saw my post. I'm going to show you a couple of these aren't actual cards, they're just samples. Yeah, oh, thanks, Dali. The crackle and the vortex. I know, I'm always sending her things. I think the next one I was saying coffee stains or something. So here I've used the Crackle Rose stamp set and used the rose and also the crackle stamp. Look at that crackle stamp. I made this very vintage. Now this is if you're a really clean crafter. This is the Crackle Rose stamp, but I've just used the rose on this one. I made it very 3D. And so if you're a really clean crafter, this works for you. So they're going to work for everybody. This is done with Pentart watercolors on watercolor paper. And all I've done is just stamp the rose on it. And I'm going to make a tag and maybe put a little yellow ribbon there or something. So I really, really love that. Thanks, Britt. I think you saw it in real life, didn't you? Yeah, I know, Sheila. That's too funny. There's a Create Ink Art stamp on its own. This is, I don't know if you can you see the background? That's all created using the stamps from every collection I just showed you. There is not one stamp that I did not use on this card. And that's Distress Oxide inks in the background. Here's a lovely sewing lady with the little bubble stamps in the set, and also there's this butterfly key in the stamp set, and I've used the crackle stamp again, but just look at how gorgeous this is. Here's a beautiful bird, so vibrant. This one's so vibrant, but again you can see I've used all the stamps from the other stamp sets. Thank you, Art Angel, from all the other stamp sets to create my background. And here I went a little bit different. Again, using all the stamps. This is using Lasurs. Thanks, Debbie. This is using the yellow and the magenta Lasur. This is also using the Lasurs Pine and Olive, which I will use today. And this is more about the Inspire Notes stamp, as you can see. And this was the first one I made. I just wanted to play around. So very, very different, of course, in my favorite colors. So those are the cards. I have a couple of more cards that I will show you that I made. Now, I'm going to show you, what should I show you next? Let me show you this month's card kit. This is from Floral Rose. So it's already on the website. It's from Floral Rose, and this is why we make it so it's mixed media and it's ready to go as card kits. So there's the circles using the die cut. This is the first card, thank you. This is the next card, friends. Here is all you need is love. And then we have happy birthday. How gorgeous. This is from Floral Fancy. Then come the square sets, thinking of you. Don't worry, be happy. This one had butterfly written all over it, so of course I had to use my butterfly wishes stamp, which has a sentiment, butterfly wishes. Thanks, Dali. And of course this was just so pretty, life is beautiful. So there you go. So as usual, 8 cards with 8 matching envelopes. They're already on the website, and while quantities last for these. I think bird songs, they all sold out, and I think Astral is just about done. So there we go. Now, what else can I show you? I am going to be doing a quick tutorial or demo on how to do this. I'm sorry if I'm missing some of your comments here. I'm going to be doing a tutorial or a demo on this. So I'm going to tell you right now, if you want to follow along and do this, it doesn't matter whether you have this rice paper or you have a different rice paper at home. It really doesn't matter. What matters is these. These are the Stamperia notebooks, and they are done with stone paper. Now, some of them are lined. I've got some that are lined, and I've got some that are not lined. so that it doesn't matter what orientation your paper is, you can place it on there. So this one I did this way, it's not lined because the orientation was this way of the rice paper. Now you can see I've used a crackle stamp in there. Can you guys see that? And I've also used the butterfly stencil. You can probably see that. So if you guys want to follow along with this project, you're going to need a rice paper of your choice, some glossy gel, and crackle stamp obviously is optional. You can use your own stamps, and you're going to need a book depending on which orientation you want to do your rice paper. But it is stone paper, so stone paper is leather, like a leather feel. You can't tear it, you can wash it, it's waterproof. And I'm sure Dali has these in her store if you want to follow along too. But yes, it's waterproof and it's bendable. You can scrump it up. You can do anything you want with it and it will end up going back to what it is. So that's what stone paper is. It's washable too. A lot of people make bags and wallets out of it and all that kind of fun stuff. So, so this is a sample I made with the rice paper. That's what I was actually trying to get at. But you can go lighter or darker. Dali has made some too, which I hope she'll post. She used the Art Lady. Hers are absolutely gorgeous because Dali always has a different design to how I go about it. But there you go. You can't really see all that texture on there that I've created with the stencil. Okay, so that will be an upcoming demo. Don't know when. And then my pride and joy, which I struggled with so much. I hadn't worked with an image that was 18 inches long, but here she is in all her beauty. She's got a dome for her head with flowers in it. This is a 3D plastic dome. And then there's butterflies. She's got a scarf and a flower. She's got 3D buttons. And she's got a little person with her with 3D buttons, using the 3D decor pens. There's 3D decor pens there. It's very hard to see. It's a very, very, very big canvas. So I can't get it all in there. Lots of crackle, lots of paints, matching. This, if we have any books left, will be a tutorial for Sheila's group. If that's, you know, if it's going to work out that way. But we're running low on these books already, so they've been very, 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 very popular. Thank you, Dali. Thank you, guys. Like I said, it was I just didn't know how I was going to work with it. She's so big. But you know, when I looked at it, and everybody knows I have a son, one son. I only have one child, but it doesn't matter how many children you got. I mean, there's 5 of us. But when I thought of it, I thought of my mom with me as a child, and then there was a moment, and Dali said, add some butterflies, use your butterfly stamp to add some butterflies because they've got butterfly wings. So I don't know, to me this symbolizes me and my mom or me and my son, but I mean it, like I said, there's 5 of us, so if you want it, Dali, then you can pretend it's you. Yeah. But there you go. She's absolutely gorgeous. You can't see all the detail, like you can see the splatters there. Can you see how I've used a crackle stamp on her arms? Right there. So anyway, I'm very proud of this. I love it. It's really, really big. It's very, very 3D. The person here is 3D. The little me there is 3D. Just beautiful. Okay, so that's my big sample, which is different than what Jill did. Okay. Now let's move on and let's do our let's do some stamping, shall we? Yes, I think, Dali, I have to be honest with you, because when I first got it and I was saying, what shall I do with her to make her like really pretty and feminine, because it's quite steampunky. I remember you said, well, if it was you would give her a scarf. So I can't take credit for putting the lace around her because it really was you. Look, I've had so much fun with my stamps. Look at the colours of them. They are not the original colour. Now, with polymer stamps, you have to remember, you got to get them inked up and use them a couple of times before they actually start working, like for a clear, crisp image. So, which one shall we do first? Let's do... Okay, let's start off with a slightly easy peasier one, okay? So what we're going to do with this one is, and now I'm trying to think of all, how did I make them, and I didn't have time to really look at them. So what we're going to do, let's see if we can't create a really pretty card. And everybody knows pink's not my color. Oh, thank you, Debbie. Pink's not my color, but you know what? Sometimes you have to take one for the team, and sometimes I get messages, can you use pink? Can you use pink? So what I've done is I have already cut out my die cuts. I didn't do this when I did this originally, but I'm doing it because just to save time. So this is going to use every single stamp. Basically, all the stamps are right here. I'm going to open them up and we're going to go ahead and use them. So the very first thing that you want to do is, I'm going to use a different stencil. I use the Astro stencil here. Yeah, Brett, right? We were talking about that, I think. And I'm going to actually maybe try and get in some of the butterfly wing. I don't know if I want to. Oh, and I wanted to tell you, all our stencils that we've put out recently, they have a little hole in the top, which allows you to put them in a binder ring. So easy to look after. I don't know if I want that wing in there. Look at me now, look at, see, this is what happens, then I struggle. Then I struggle. So anyway, let's take this down, because I'm telling you, even I can't go wrong playing with these stamps and making these cards. It's the honest truth, I just can't. So I'm just going to tape this down to hold it down a little bit. And I'm going to stick with the same color. I'm going to go with the pickled raspberry. It's a pickled raspberry. I'll find it right here. And then I used a little bit of the black soot. I was going to make this very vintagey, but I haven't. Sorry, I've got so many things going on here to show you the stamping stuff. My desk is like overloaded. What else do I need? I need a pickled raspberry. And then I have a black here. Okay, this is really simple. You guys have probably done this technique 1,000 times. What we're going to do, we're just going to pick up some pickled raspberry and we're just going to put it through the stencil. Now, the great thing about doing it this way is that your stencils you can clean off right away. You don't have to cover your whole sheet. Some areas I'm going to go a little bit darker, and some areas I'm not going to use such a heavy hand. Okay. Let's do a little bit more down here. Let's use something a little bit different. No, that is too, let's do the vortex. Now, of course, you can go a lot darker. On the other one, I went a lot darker. Okay, so once you've done that, the next step that you want to do is just move it a little bit off. Well, don't lose where you were, like I have. Where was I, guys? Just a little bit. And we're going to come in with a little bit of the black soot, because what we're going to do is give it a bit of a shadow. Just ever so gently. You can use a grey color too if you want. You don't have to use this color. So you've got kind of a shadow effect going on there. I mean, I wouldn't be too worried about it. Just go for it. The two colors work well together. So this is a I don't know, I shouldn't say it's a simpler one. It's just easier for me to do this one first. But I just want to show you how easy it is to create these backgrounds. So there's your first little piece. Okay, just using the stencil. And then what you're going to do is, this time on the bigger round piece, all I did was in the pickled raspberry. I didn't use any other color. I just used the pickled raspberry. Okay. And then for the other round piece, I did the same thing, but I used the shadowing effect. For some reason, this wants to go black. Okay, as easy as that. So now you have these three down like that, okay? And then while I'm at it, I'm going to just come across on this one in the pink. Okay, and then I'm gonna do it in the black. And then same with these ones here. I was thinking this would be a really nice technique to do with really vintage type cards. But this is really simple. This is just such a simple card. I really just want to show off the stamps to you guys, and of course the stencil too. You could use distress oxides too, as you've seen. From distress inks too, sorry. As you've seen from my cards, I've done all kinds of things with the backgrounds, all kinds of different designs. So with this one, I kept it quite simple. I just used the one stamp, so I'm going to do that and use the one stamp. So let's see, where is that stamp? Let's hope that I've got that stamp. Okay, so maybe what I'll do this time is maybe I'll use a different stamp. Could use the ink. So here I've used the bottles. And here I'm going to use the ink stamp, okay? There's such a big mess going on here. It's not even funny, people. Not even funny. Okay. Charlie, I took your advice and I put tape on my magnets. I think that's how you were saying you do it. Now don't forget, you can cut this little piece off at the bottom. You don't have to keep this little piece here. You can obviously cut this down. Let's pray and hope I got my juicy pad and not a little spacker pad that doesn't work. Looks juicy, but who knows? My phone wire out the way. Oh yeah, that's nice. If I may say so myself. Okay, so this is gorgeous. The crispness in here is amazing. My stamps are all going to get mixed up today. They're going to be all over the shop, but that's okay. I don't even know where I got this one from, but that's okay. Now, next thing that I did was I wanted to just see where I kind of wanted all my placement to be. And maybe this time we'll go this side and we can put her down like this. But see how already you're creating a gorgeous base? But the first thing that we're going to do is we are just going to play around with the stamps. I'm leaving the middle one blank, and no, I'm bringing this one to stamp on, and then I'm going to do a little bit of stamps. So look what I've done. I've got the magnets on me already. So much for putting tape on them. I'm a little bit over the shop today, all over the shop. Okay, so we're leaving the background, and we are going to leave the baby round circle. And this is what I love. This is how I play with these stamps. I just love it. What can I tell you? Okay, this is easy peasy. Start going through your stamps, and so we all know, Dolly knows, I love the crackle stamp. I like this splatter stamp a lot. We have some baby ones in here. I'll just sort these later. So I'm gonna grab a baby one out of here. What else do I like? Okay. Oh, and of course, Dolly knows my favorite is the vortex. So see how I'm taking a little bit out of each stamp set? Now you can go with, always like to start off light just to see how it's going to work. Actually I might do something different here. Instead of stamping in black, let's try this green. I don't know, do green and pink a go, guys? Do green and pink a go? But my stamp is in black. That's okay. Let's just play, shall we? So I'm just going to take the vortex stamp that I have. This is where my girl is. So I'm just going to, that's it, just stamp around like this. And then she will sit on here like this. So you're already starting to create this gorgeous background. Okay. I'm going to take my baby one to give it a little bit more excitement, and then I can show you her. Okay, and you're going to do the same thing with this one. You're going to bring in your crackle stamp just wherever and anywhere you want it to be. But let me show you this crackle stamp. How cool is that crackle stamp? Love it, love it, love it. Let's do some splashes. Let's do some paint splashes. And of course I have to do my vortex, because vortex is one of my favorite and I want it to tie in. But you see how I'm not really putting any thought into this. I'm just doing my own thing. And what I am going to do is incorporate a little bit of black, because I want it to tie in with her picture. So just a little bit here and there, offset it at the sides. Do my crackle stamp, because we all know we love the crackle stamp, or I do. And okay, I think I'm good with this one. See how fast that is, guys? It's just like supersonic fast. And then that's it. See, this was a really easy peasy one. How to just create with your stencils and your background cards. I actually like having that green in there. It worked out pretty cool. And then you can just pop her up. Excuse me. Excuse me, I was trying to sneeze and then two came out. So how easy was this? So a really, really easy technique to get the background stamps going. Obviously something's gone to my nose. Okay, so you can do this with any color, but again you're using all the different stamps. So that's technique one, using your distress inks and your distress oxides. Okay. Oh my goodness, something's in my nose. I don't know what it is. Something's crawled up there. Okay, let's do another background one, and then what we will do, I will do, I'll show you what I'm going to do next. I'm going to show you how to create these types of cards using, thank you Rosalie, I'm going to use these kind of make these kind of cards, but I'm going to be using the Lasur. Okay, I'm going to be using the Lasur on these. I won't do the cutouts and all that. I'll just show you how to create the background. So this is using the Lasurs on regular cardstock. Here's another one. It's actually, that was leftover paper. But look how beautiful that is. That was leftover paper that I did the Lasurs on it. Oh, Rosalie, they're the Ranger blending. It's a blending tool, so you can just tear it off, and then you can just pop it on the back of your pad so it stays there. And so I do that with all my pads. They have like a sticky thing, and then that's where they go, and that's where they stay. And they come like this. So I just have a couple of them, probably about 3 or 4. But yeah, so there's another little piece from the leftover. So I'll do this one next, and then the last one that I'm going to do, just so that if you guys are going to go, you kind of know what's going on. The last one I'm going to do is this technique. This technique is go blow my nose. Oh yeah, I better go blow my nose, guys. Give me a couple of seconds. This is using an embossing technique with the distress inks. Okay, I don't know if you can see the detail there. I bet my nose is bugging Paul the most. I used to get in so much trouble. I'll be right back. You guys got a break from all my talking. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. So the next one, let's get a little bit messy now, shall we? Okay, so which one are we going to do? We're gonna play with these ones right here. And again, this is just using the Lasurs. So I'm going to stick to the same color palette, and I'll tell you why I'm going to stick to the same color palette. Because, yeah, Paul, you're probably looking right now. Yeah, you just, oh, you couldn't stand it when I always used to get allergies when I used to come to the warehouse there in England, so I was always in trouble. Okay, so Lasurs, I'm losing my train of thought here, and we'll use a little bit of distress oxides. Okay, let's go, otherwise we're going to be here all day, Dali will say. But it's such a big release, there's so much to show you, and I'm just going to put down a little bit of the olive. The reason I'm going with these colors is because it's the competition colors, the limey green. Spritz some water on it. And then just pick some up here and there, just like that. So get your paper going, just like that, to give it different colors. And you want to dry in between because you want the colors to get darker and darker as you go along. Now it's nice to leave some white areas on this too, but I haven't, as you can see. So now we're going to go again. I know, right, Di? A little bit less with that, more with the pine. Oh, I love the olive, and it's really working well with the lines that we just brought out. Again, spritz some water. and go ahead and pick up some of that color. Okay. So, and you can keep building and building to get to as dark as you want. This one, I think I'm going to leave some white in it. I think just for a change, usually when I do it, I don't have much white in it, but I think I will. Okay, so that is all done. We're going to dry that off. Put these away. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to actually play again with the stenciling. Okay, I'm blowing my nose as we go along. So I'm going to take forest moss. Let me actually see what kind of color is that. Yeah, I think I'll take forest moss. And what we're going to do, I'm going to use the Astral stencil here. What we're going to do is we're just going to put some on the back here like this. Now again, the great thing about the stencils is when you use distress oxides or distress inks, they clean off right away. And then what we're going to do, we're just going to give it a bit of a light spritz, just like that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bring it back onto the piece of paper, which will eventually straighten out. And all you're going to do is you're going to put that down, grab some paper towel, and just press that down. And then pick up any excess and look at this image you've created with the stencil in the background. Can you guys see that? Okay, so that's all you're doing. You're just creating some texture, some pattern in the background, and we're gonna just we can repeat that again. You're just scraping it on the back like this. Then you're coming in with a little bit of water, and then you're going to put it down, and then you're going to smooth it down or push it down with a paper towel. Okay, and that's how you build up your background. So that's how I built up my background, and the colors are very, very complementary. You can see the stencil working there. Yeah, I love this technique too, Kirsty, because you never sometimes don't know what you're gonna get. Okay, and it's so simple. Yes, and again, like I said, with your stencils, you're not gonna have an issue with them because it comes right off. So it's always a good way to do it. So now that you've done the stenciling, this is where you can go crazy now. I'm gonna actually do the distress around this right away, so it'll give you a better idea. Well, let me show you what that looks like. You see it better closer on the black. Do you see that? Look at all that. It's really, really nice. So now you've got your basic background, and the next step is now you're going to go crazy and stamp till your heart's content. So I'm just going to pick some stamps, and I'm just gonna go for it because I can. Oh, I've lost my, and maybe she would actually work on there. We could probably end up using her. Okay, so let's do some stamping and show you an easy way to create. Let me dry this actually. olive, pine, and forest moss. Okay, so I don't know which way up this was. It doesn't really matter. What do I like? I like it this way. So now this is where you can just do whatever. Create your background. Do whatever. And again, I am going to just use any and every stamp. I'm going to start off with a grey color because I want just very light grey in the background. And of course, guess what I'm starting with? I'm going to start with my crackle stamp. Because I just want to see, I don't want to go in too dark right now. I want more of a background kind of look. And I went in dark. So much for that rate. See, I'm not really thinking about this. I'm just putting down this stamp as I wish. I'm not really, oh, I need it to be there or I need it to be there. It's just wherever I feel like it. And that's the beauty of these stamp sets, that they do work really well together. And now I'm just going to take the crackle stamp and just do some areas by hand, like the corners or something where it was harder to get. Okay. Then I'm going to do some of my splatter stamp, which I just love. Let me show you. That's just the corner of the splatter stamp, but it really is a scribbly. Can you see it there? It's a scribbly thing. It's a scribbly thing. But I like going in with the darker, the lighter kind of archival ink because it's not then stands out so much. Okay. So now that I've used this stamp and got some squiggles going, what else can I use? I'm going to use this with the black. It's the art stamp. So let's do that. I really love this art stamp and it actually fits in the bottles. So maybe I will put it there. And I'm using this one in black. So you always do it in threes. Okay. Well, 1, 2s, or 3s. So that's the art stamp. Let's do some of these lovely bottles, shall we? And I'm gonna do these in black too, just to make it stand out. Now my nose is fine. I don't know what happened. Okay, see how it's coming, see how this is really coming along now? Let me see what other stamps. So there's some really interesting stamps in here. I mean, there's even this stamp here. This is hilarious, I tell you. Can you see this little teeny stamp? What it does, it gives you little lines. It's so funny. So if you wanted to create those lines, can you see the lines it's created there? So you can just come in, go crisscross, whichever way you want, and just create your lines. Better not lose this little puppy. Okay, what else can we do? Oh, I really like this stamp in the set. It's this round one. Can you tell I like it? It's got green over it. And let's have a look. Let's do, I'm going to do this in black. Oh no, what color is this? Grey. I don't know what color this is now, but I just want to show you how nice this stamp is. Just love, love, love. Can you tell? I love, love, love. So that's the roundest stamp. I just want to use all the stamps and show you guys. I'm going to use the black for the vortex, because I want the vortex to stand out more so than anything else. And I'm just using my hand and just going in back and forth. But you see how easily you start to create this background, and all you're doing is just going in with the different stamps. As you can see, I'm using all the stamps. I got a little baby one here. Let's bring in the baby one. They're just so easy and fun to use, like you just can't go wrong. It's hard to stop. I told Dali, I says, oh, I got to make some samples, and I says, now I can't stop. So one of my other favorite stamps, I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit it in here, it's in the Crackle Rose set, is this beautiful butterfly with numbers on it. So maybe, where shall we put her? I don't want to eventually cover her because, like I said, I want to put something in the middle, I think maybe I got high on the fumes from all the ink pads. Maybe that's what it is. Okay. This is to show you more or less just what the stamps look like. Okay, so I'm going to leave this one here because we've got another demo to get to. But if you can see how easy was it, I just kind of went willy-nilly with all the stamps. And look at this. This is an old one from the leftover from the last time. So can you see all the detail? That's why you need all the stamp sets, because you've got to have that detail. And love how the art works down here. Love the butterfly there. But really just really easy ways of doing a mixed media background card. And like I said, I would introduce white into it like I have here, and pop some color in it. And the way the bottles are done, or the lady here is done, is the exact same technique with the pine and olive. I've just chosen to keep more white, and then I've fussy cut them out. So that's what I've done there. Okay, so that's it for these stamp sets. Now I'm going to go and use the Crackle Rose stamp set to just show you how beautiful that Crackle Rose is. Okay, so just going to pick up the stuff that I don't need. Really, all I'm going to need for my next card kit is the rose sentiment, the actual rose, and I'm just cleaning this up. And then what are we going to need? So this is everything the rose stamp has in it, which you can't really see. This is a rose stamp. So I'm going to use a rose out of there, and I'm going to use a sentiment, the rose. And we are going to use the Create Art ink stamp, which I have not used today. So let's put these ones away. It's just so many stamps everywhere. Just having too much fun. Okay. Well, might as well leave this on there like that. Okay, so for the last one, like I said, what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of embossing, okay? And for this, I'm just going to use white embossing and the Create Ink Art stamp, okay? So just on regular cardstock again, you can see it right there, regular cardstock again. So I've got one right there. And the first thing that we're going to do is actually get rid of that stamp, and we're going to put some Versamark down so that we can get, and I hope this doesn't have black on it, and if it does, oh well, because I was stamping with it earlier. Let's have a look. No, not too bad. This is a really, really nice stamp. You can use all of it, or you can just use areas of it, okay? So put her down. Of course, nothing of mine is going to be straight because that's not what I'm working on right now. I'm just working on getting these demos to you. put this down. And what have I dropped? I'm going to put this on a white piece of paper and show you so you can see the stamp more clearly, what it looks like. It's absolutely gorgeous. Great ink art. Try not to miss a beat here. Okay, so let's get our Versamark, and we are going to be using Fabric Red. And what else are we going to use? Oh, maybe we'll go back with the Forest Moss so it stands out more. So Fabric Red, Forest Moss, and some Versamark. And then we will finish it off with the black VersaFine just to stamp it. I'm just going to get rid of this stuff here because it's all in my way. Okay. Now that I can see a little bit more clearly, I know what I'm doing. Thanks for putting up with me, guys. I know it's a long live today. Obviously, I was cleaning this with paper towel. So, come in with your Versamark on the side, which you probably can't see. Yes, and I don't have a static bag to clean off this static. Now, first, if it doesn't work the first time, don't worry. Come in and you can emboss it again. But hopefully it'll work the first time. Let me see. I can see it on there, but I'm gonna give it another stamp. I'm hoping some of these techniques help you guys want to do different things, or if you already know them, I hope they're a good refresher. Okay, now let's take that out of there, and we're going to use, I'm going to use, like I said, a white embossing powder. It's by Reflections Detail Embossing Powder. It's called Snow. As you can see, my pad wasn't exactly clean. You guys don't want to see the mess I've made here in the craft room. I wanted to do this one last because I just didn't want to get embossing powder everywhere while I was creating the other stuff. Okay. Let's heat dry this. This one's still on the way. Okay, all done. This is another quick technique, super quick technique. I'm sure you guys have seen all these. Too bad you can't see the emboss. Can you see the embossed on there? Yeah, you can. Okay, so all you're going to do now is you're going to get your beautiful rose stamp. Actually, I think how I did this was I didn't even use this thing here. Oh yo is my sound when I do something that I didn't intend on doing. I go oh yo. Not that you guys needed to know that, right? Okay, so now I'm just gonna get my, look at how dirty that is, eh? I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna do the leaves in green, just like this with the forest moss. Nothing too exciting here. Just go around, make sure I get the leaves, and then I'm gonna come in. So one's a distress oxide and one's a distress ink, and then I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna do the red. Okay, make sure I get good coverage. I'm not too fussed about crossover. And then all I'm going to do is I'm just gonna come in and just stamp down like this. Okay, and can you see it's got a very distressed look. Now if you do it with a stamping platform or your MISTI, obviously you can come over it twice, but I'm not doing that. I'm just doing it more of a freehand thing here. I don't mind the kind of light look. So again, come in for your rose and then your leaves, dome in the forest moss or any colors. I mean, roses come in so many different colors, right? And then just work around your card however or wherever you want. It's just so pretty, so simple, so pretty. I love it. And then the other rose card is done kind of similarly with 3 put down. So let's have a look. Let's do something this way. Was gonna use my lid. We're nearly done, guys. We're nearly done. You guys are probably like, oh my god. Oh my god. I want a little bit of green in there. And then one last one, because we don't want equal flowers. We want like 4. And we can just do another one off the corner, just like this. Okay, and then because this was still a little bit wet and you've got it on the, you see it now? See how pretty that is? So pretty. But if you want to use a stamping platform and get them darker, this was obviously when I was really pressing down hard, you can. And then what I did was, because this is still a little bit wet, you can actually just come in. This is really simple. And you can blend the colors over and then just wipe back a little bit to make it pop again with a baby wipe, okay? So the white re-pops up. But do you see how gorgeous that is? Oh, I think it is. Just give that a bit of a dry. And then what you're going to do is you can come in with your little rose sentiment. Okay, and you can put that, and you can obviously put a little, oopsie daisy, that's not straight. Straight is not my forte. You can come in and then put a little sentiment on it, but you can just come in and you can just stamp the word rose, because that's what it is. Just randomly on your card. Oh, I've got to go 5s again now. So I'm just going back and forth. I don't want to cover my Create Art ink, so we'll go here. And then there you have it. So very simple technique, but so pretty in real life. You can see the shimmer there, and you can see this one I've just done. Okay. So there you have it. You haven't done this technique before, Dali? Now you can do. Oh, is it this the one you're on about? Oh, does the emboss come over good? I'm happy to hear that. And you can always just, like this one I didn't clean off. Once it's all nice and dry, you can clean it off and then you can really see the emboss. But there you go, 3 different techniques. You have this one with the embossing using the Crackle Rose stamp. Now, if I really wanted to, Oh, I could bring in a little bit of that crackle because I just can't help myself. I'm going to bring in a little bit of that crackle because I can. Oh, I just get so excited with this crackle stamp. You guys laughing at me yet? This is crackling it all over. I've gone crackers for the crackle stamp. See, that's the problem. Once you get going, you can't stop. You see the lovely little crackle in there now? Oh, look at that. The problem is you can't stop once you get going. So you have this really nice one using the Crackle Rose stamp and also the Create Art ink stamp for the background, which is just absolutely gorgeous with all those butterflies and everything on it and writing. You have how to use this one needs to dry. You have how to use a Lasurs using every single stamp from every single card. And then you have this one, which you can do in all kinds of different colors, just using your stencils and distress ink. So this one with stencils, stamps, all the stamps in your distress inks or distress oxides. This one here was with the pine and olive lasur and also spritzing on the back of your stencil so that you get that stencil action happening in the back. But there you have it. These are the demos on the cards that we've done today. I hope we revisited some that you haven't seen in a while, or some of them were new to you. I hope you enjoyed the new collection. Again, I can't thank you guys enough. Thanks, our Angel. Thanks, Kirsty. Thanks, Britt. Now you can message me, Britt, because I'm done and we can talk. But I'm so hard on you, aren't I, bestie? But that's it. So I hope you enjoyed the range. Like I said, some of the few things for me have sold out. I know Dali's, some of her rice papers have too. They're all limited editions. Get them while you can. And again, our Angel, thanks for bringing that to my mind so I could mention it. The A3 pad is a game changer for album makers and book binding for journals. It really, really is for covering stuff and doing those big canvases. So don't forget that the card kit is ready to go. If you want to follow along with how I made this tutorial, I'll see what the uptake is and then I'll do it then in a couple of weeks so you guys can get your orders in. To make the stone journal, you'll need the stone paper journals, either lined or plain, a rice paper, glossy gel, and crackle stamp or a stamp of your choice. The card kits are now online, and just want to show my pride and joy that I created. I call it Mommy and Me. There's Mommy, so pretty. She got flowers. It's Mommy and Me. There's little me there. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoy it. Make sure that you get creating and posting, and don't forget the competition is lime. As you can see, there's leaf and lime in this one. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed. I love it. I came and so we'll have to look at it again. Oh, okay, yeah, thanks, Dali, for the reply. Yes, and looking forward to Thursday. Thank you, our Angel. Good reminder. Dali is on Create and Craft TV. You lucky people there in the UK. It will be 4:45 in the morning for us. And then again, really happy and honored to have Jill come and hopefully sit in for Dali's Facebook Live because they'll be at the studios. Okay, guys, if you got any questions, you have any anything, any more techniques or something you want to see, let me know. I'm on a bit of a high, as you can probably tell, because I haven't stopped talking, because I'm just so excited with how the collection's going, and you guys ain't seen nothing yet. Dali knows I'm just so antsy. I'm like, put it in the post, get my stuff to me, and that's for June. So anyway, there you go, guys. I hope you had a great day. I'm sorry it was a long hour and 20 minutes, but I really wanted to showcase the stamps and let them speak for themselves. And I'll see you guys later. Have a good one.